Okay, Steven Crowder.
We're doing a Steven Crowder Mug. Welcome to Mug Club. Good morning, Mug Club.
Careful, you might get sued for that.
True. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Talking Nerds. It's been who knows how long. I'm not keeping track at this point.
3 weeks, I think.
3 weeks. I feel weird. You guys have your glasses on, actually. But mine have blue light, so you can see everything. Although I guess I could do my old. 1 second. I can do my old glasses.
Ooh.
There we go. Those are so scratched up. Welcome back to Talking Nerds, everybody. My name's Biggie. I'm joined tonight by the Bluester and the Bicky Buffalo.
The Buffalo Bicky.
I'll take
the
it.
Buffalo Bicky. And we're here to talk about Rims of Power, full season 2 review. We're not breaking down this whole thing. There's too much.
No.
There's too much to break down. But we are going to talk about everything we hate about this season. Plus, which is a lot, probably equally as long, but we'll see. Plus, we're going to talk about, if we have time, Hagatha All Along, which is basically just the same episode over and over and over again. Reskinned. Yeah. They finally figured out who Mephisto is now. The director, same director as WandaVision. She didn't even know who Mephisto is. She didn't bother figuring out like the lore or reading the comics or anything for WandaVision. She's like, they're like, oh, we thought you were doing Mephisto. And she's like, who's Mephisto?
Who?
Only like
who are you talking about?
The devil of the Marvel universe, like pretty big character. She's like, who's that? And then now she's like, hey, I looked him up, guys. I Googled him. So we put him in the show. He's not in the show, but we mention him. So, kudos, right?
Yeah, right.
Points.
Right.
For trying.
Please like our show. Please
like our show. It's like the gayest Marvel show ever. Have you guys seen that interview with
Oh yeah. It's the same guy who interviewed the Acolyte.
Yeah, it's the same It's the Acolyte, dude. Yeah.
Rosa Plant.
The gayest Star Wars show ever.
Are saying that this is the gayest Star Wars show ever? Is it?
And then Amanda Stenberg's like,
I know. and then flash forward to so some people are saying this is the gayest Marvel show ever.
Gayest Marvel show.
It's pretty much a gay explosion at the end.
I love how they're still talking about Acolyte too. They cannot let this go. They cannot let it go. There's literally a petition to bring back season 2, and it's made like $700 or something like that. And like if you look at like
custom to do,
if you look at like the total amount of people, it's like $44 a person or something like that. It's just sad. Let it die, guys. You know what? Bring it back. We'll be glad to talk about it. Bring it back.
No, we would not.
We'll talk about it. Yeah, bring it back.
Speak for yourself.
You won't
punish us. You always punish us.
Won't. Well, it's so others don't have to be punished. But yeah, so Acolyte was not the only thing that screwed up. Joker 2, which I still haven't seen. Guys, the Marvels made more money than Joker 2. And the Marvels made just around $200 million overall with domestic and international, and I don't think they made their money back because of marketing. Joker 2 it's hilarious because Joker, the first one, was before Deadpool and Wolverine, the highest grossing rated R film of all time. And now we're at Joker 2, the biggest flop for DC, any DC movie ever. The biggest flop.
That's crazy because that's in the same universe as The Flash.
Yeah. The Flash did better. than this. Yes.
With problematic Ezra Miller.
I try to forget that movie, but it's hard. Those babies in the microwaves.
Blue
Anyways,
Beetle too, right?
It probably made less money than Blue Beetle, I imagine. But
forgot about that movie. I didn't even see it because.
And I think it made less than Morbius. Yeah, it worse than
Morbin
Morbius.
Time? Did you say it's Morbin Time?
Yes. To be fair, Morbin Time did come back to theaters a second time.
Yeah, because they thought the people wanted it.
Thought everybody wanted it.
They got trolled.
Yeah, worst DC movie ever. Yeah, I mean, it's literally already coming to streaming. It just came out 2 weeks ago. It's already coming to streaming.
Great. I'm glad I won't have to go see it in the theater.
I know. But if you don't want to ruin Joker 1 for yourself, if you really like that movie, don't go watch this because I've heard it actually ruins you will never want to watch Joker 1 ever again because of it. Basically, he gets raped by 3 prison guards. And apparently, Batman could have defeated Joker a long time ago if he just raped him. So, there's that. That's what we learned from this movie. Because Joker quit being Joker after he got raped. It's taking the whole villain victimhood to an entirely new level in a way nobody ever wanted to see. But here we are. And of course, Harley Quinn being not a Mary Sue necessarily, but like if you watched Indiana Jones 5, where it's just like a woman taking advantage of a man, that's Harley Quinn in this movie.
I heard that people were saying they thought Lady Gaga was going to be a bigger part.
Yeah, I don't really know. I don't really know her role, but I know that's what happened. And there is apparently a real Joker. The actual Joker was hinted at in this movie. So
he's not the real Joker?
He's not the real Joker.
What?
He's just what's his name? Fleck? Something Fleck?
Arthur Fleck.
Fleck. Which, to be fair, the real Joker's I don't like the idea that Joker has a real name. I like the idea of him just having a very ambiguous origin story. We don't know really who he is. That's what makes Joker great. But in recent dumb comics, his name is Jack Napier, which is what they've confirmed that essentially. That was always like a potential name for him. That's what his name was in Batman 89. In The Killing Joke, which was never really canon, but then they made it canon. And so Jack Napier is the official name for the Joker. So obviously this would be a alternate universe version, but yeah, so there you go. There you have it. And nobody likes it. So that's good, at least. I'm drinking tonight with my Hogshead glass from the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. But anyways, yeah, so that's that happened. Also, we found out that Zachary Levi is a closeted MAGA supporter. So how about that? He'll never have a career after this, but hey, good for him. I'm super, I don't really care. Like, great. I personally am on the side of actors should shut up in general. But if there was anything I'd like to hear from an actor, it would be this.
I thought it was more of a Kennedy supporter.
Well, I think, his family was always Kennedy supporters, but since Kennedy started supporting Trump, he came out as I support Trump,
Right. Because of Kennedy, but
yeah, but he also is he was talking more about like the values that he has line up with Trump, and he believes Trump will save America, all these different things. So I'm like super great. But again, it's like, you probably didn't help your career doing that. And really, I think actors should just stop talking,
right.
Just be an actor and that's it.
Just because most of them are out of touch.
Most of them are out of touch. So like the same, if somebody wants to hear it, they can talk about it, but you shouldn't make it a big deal. But anyways, so that happened. It's kind of cool. It's nice to know that there are people out there that are actually have common sense. So, But yeah, how's everybody been doing? What's everybody up to?
Oh, just chilling like a villain.
Sorry about my camera too. I don't know what's going on with that.
No, you just got the spooky filter on. It's
I
fine.
got the spoopy filter.
Ooh.
The triplets are back.
The triplets.
Yes. And the Flash he got stuck on in another universe.
Yeah, he's stuck in a different timeline.
He said he would try to make it, but who knows? He's saving the day somewhere, So
Yep.
He's
probably
basking
some
in
toddler or something,
He's basking in the glory that his movie got more money than
That's right.
Joker
He's just
2.
enjoying
Joker 2.
his little bit of money that he made.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yep. Been able to play more games recently, so that's fun.
Nice. What have you been playing?
I've been playing just whatever I can, really. Played a little bit of Counter-Strike today. Been playing some League of Legends because League of Legends Worlds is happening right now.
Not to mention Arcane Season 2,
That's
which
right.
actually really isn't a season. It's 3 specials.
Yeah.
And then that's it. Then it's over.
Forgot about that.
Mm-hmm. So been doing that. Satisfactory.
Nice.
I think that's about it for the games, but just trying to play what I can when I can. Cool. Been enjoying Penguin. I think I'm behind.
Yeah.
I think I'm behind. I know I'm for sure behind 1 episode, maybe 2, unfortunately, but I'm loving it. And unfortunately, I am caught up on Hagatha, which sucks. But
yeah,
it is what it is. Yeah, that's. I mean, I've been working a lot, on that grind,
On that grind.
And man, it's been a long time because there's so much has happened in the last 3 weeks, but we haven't been together, Like our last show, I think, was when we got back from Universal.
Yes, yeah, it was 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago. Because last week we were supposed to come back, but then some of us couldn't make it. I saw this.
Anyways,
nice.
we need text to speech.
Yes,
so
we do with AI.
So we can just click that and have it.
We should put it like a Joe Biden voice or something like that.
Yeah. Or no, the interviewer. So I heard this is the gayest Star Wars ever.
Yeah, I heard this was the gayest Star Wars ever. That's not an exaggeration. That's what he sounds like.
Yeah, we might need to pull that clip up. But yeah. So I've actually been having a great time playing those games.
Cool.
And yeah, that's what's new with me. What about you, Buffalo?
Well, I think it's been like 5 weeks since I've been on here. It's been a long time. I've missed the last few that you did.
Well, there actually only has been one other one.
Oh, okay.
And then we had before that we had Orlando, and then we did the one before that.
Yeah. So yes, since then I have been working through, and I'm all through the Alien and Predator movies, and including the AVPs.
Have you actually watched Predator?
I did.
Like any of the Predator movies?
No, yeah, the original one is the best one.
Did you watch 2?
3. Yeah.
What do you think of 2? It was so different. I really liked 2 actually a lot.
It's better than the newest one.
Yes.
But I would say the first one is the best, second one, and then way down in the basement's the third.
Predators. That's not too. I put that in the same lane as like Peter Jackson's King Kong. Like it's a movie I really enjoy, but it's not necessarily a great movie.
It's better if you don't take it so seriously, because nobody in the movie takes anything seriously.
That's true.
They're all just joking around. Like it literally just feels like they're millennials. Almost.
There's a good twist though. There's a good twist in that movie with the doctor character that you don't suspect.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm talking about the 2018 one.
Oh yeah, gross. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gross
All right.
movie.
Strike my order then. I would rank the original the best, then Predators, then Predator 2. I forgot about the
Oh,
third
you
one.
think that's better than Predators
I
2?
actually enjoyed it more.
What about Donnie Glover? I mean, like, come on.
He's very good. He's very
He's
good.
great.
But
He's
I just
great.
like I like the pace of the third better.
I just love like the
Fight.
duality between the first one being in a jungle and then the second one kind of being in the concrete jungle, you know? It's like it's the duality of it. It's cool.
Yeah, no, it is cool.
I like
No
it.
denying. I just like the pace and the story of the third one.
That's fair. I do like the third one. I just think the second
Yeah.
one's better.
Yeah, I forgot about that one. Yeah,
Yeah.
that one's good.
Yeah, the newest Predator. Ugh, gross.
Sucks.
What a terrible movie.
I mean, I like Key. I like Key in it, but
yeah, I haven't seen that one in a while. And then there was Prey, which was
I didn't see that.
a
I didn't
very
watch that.
mediocre one. It was super mediocre. It really is a nothing burger overall.
Yeah, I gotta watch that.
Another Mary Sue.
I
Yeah.
forgot you mentioned Peter Jackson's King Kong, and it reminded me. I watched
love that
all of the
movie.
Lord of the Rings extended edition with
Oh, yeah.
Angela. That happened.
Dude, I'm getting the itch
opens a
again.
break.
You know, I'm getting
Dude. Okay.
Yeah,
So
especially
I've
after
seen
what we
it.
just watched.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I've
true.
seen it one other time when I was in high school.
Wait. What?
Yes.
I'm the Chick-fil-A girl.
Yeah. I know.
You only watched it once.
Yeah.
Well, you
No.
know what that means.
You gotta watch it a third
A
time.
marathon is in order.
Marathon.
So
It's due.
Yeah. Okay. I
Oh
bro, I'm
no.
telling you, we need TTS, bro.
Oh no.
Oh. Okay, so
I hope that's true.
That would be hilarious.
I want to
Oh,
see that.
man.
I want to see that. Oh my goodness.
Whew. All right.
Wow.
Back on track. I've only seen them once before this time, and I was in high school and I did it with my family, extended editions. I watched it with my wife this last time, and boy did it hit hard this time.
Did you cry?
I did. I cried several
Good.
times at the end of Return of the King. I text you.
Yeah.
You did text me. That's true. You did.
Yeah. I was like, dude, I just cried at the end of Return of the King. Like, actually. And because the extended edition has like 3 endings, I cried like 3 times. So
There's so many. I think the one scene that I like will always cry every single time is when Gandalf is talking to Pippin in
Minas
Minas
Tirith.
Tirith when they're trying to break the gate down, the door, and he's talking about the West, the White Shores. Every single time I cry, and you know what? Rings of Power ruined that scene. They took that quote and they twisted it and used it for malice. That's what they did.
Yeah, they took so many quotes.
So many
That
good things. Yeah.
Some almost word for word, some similar enough that you're like, wait a second.
Oh yeah, and then some just like directly pulled that like Treebeard's line with freaking Tom Bombadil.
Gosh.
Anyways, we'll get to that.
So the part that got me the most was Aragorn saying, "My friends, you bow to no one."
Oh, I
That
cry
just-
in that.
Yeah, that one gets
that-
me.
I'm gonna cry right now thinking about it. Like
I
that one
know,
just
it's
hit
so- it's like,
hard. It's so
ah.
good, dude.
And it's like it's not surface, like you have to kind of understand contextually what it means, you know, like it's not just a surface level like understanding.
Yeah.
It's like Jesus dying on the cross for your sins, you know, like
A few steps down.
that's
but-
the analogy though. That's the metaphor there, you know. Like he saved everybody, you know?
Yeah.
And he asked
And
nothing for it.
Yeah. Just and
Nothing in
the
return for
delivery
it.
of it, like the delivery
Yeah.
of it and the intentionality behind them, like, oh, this is the king. Like we're gonna like they're hobbits, like they don't have kings, right? But
You bow to no.
they realize like, oh, the world's bigger than just our shire, right? Because they've experienced it, and so they understand like this is the king, right? We're not men, but this is the king, and
Yeah.
so we're gonna bow. And then he, honors them by
Yeah.
saying, "You bow to no one." And I just like that whole sequence and delivery is just incredible.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, I want to rewatch it. Thank you.
Thank you. Doesn't hit as hard as Aragorn, but we
It
appreciate
doesn't. But thank you for the effort. We also didn't bring the ring to Mordor, but I saw this meme. It was like, do you ever get the feeling when you like walk into a room and you don't remember why you're there? Mr. Frodo, just throw the ring into the fire.
Oh man, Mr. Frodo.
Yeah.
I ain't dropping no eaves, sir.
The ring is mine.
Yeah, speaking of that, that's a line that or that's a scene, like an entire scene that they redid in this. So stupid.
So what a great segue
Well,
into our spot. No, okay.
Into our sponsor. Speaking of sponsors, you guys know Dr. Squatch?
Yeah.
Guess who's sponsoring them now? Or guess who's like they're like who sponsor? Guess who they sponsor? I should say. Guess who's like they're like not really sponsor actually. It's their like spokesperson now. Their newest spokesperson.
Uncle Donnie Trump.
No.
Who's the
give you a
woman
hint.
man who did Bud
It's
Light?
a girl. It's a girl.
Oh, it's a girl.
It's
Brie
a girl.
Larson.
No. This will probably
Am I
surprise you.
close? Am I hot or cold?
Look, think about Dr. Squatch. It's a very manly company, right?
Uh-huh.
It
Do I need
tries
a manly woman.
no.
Oh,
It's a based
Ronda
decision.
Rousey. Ronda
right.
Rousey.
No. Gal Gadot.
No. Gal Gadot.
Ah.
What are you talking about? She's totally woke.
Who's
We're not
just-
letting the prince save Snow White this time.
Okay. Hold on. I retract. Wait. Let me think.
what? What's her name? I don't remember her name.
Gal Gadot?
Oh, that I thought you were talking
Rachel
about.
Zegler?
Yeah.
She's
I was
back
like,
in the
what?
news again, by the way.
Oh gosh. Dang.
No.
there's- Okay, go ahead. Just tell us.
Sydney Sweeney.
Oh, I saw that.
Catering to the men out there.
I did see that.
I'm like, based. Like, what the heck?
That
I love
is
Dr.
funny.
Squatch even more now.
Polar Knight
I'm
says
so
he's
hyped
really
for the
hyped
Walking Dead movie.
Dead movie because
Biden is playing the lead.
Biden
Yeah.
is playing the lead zombie.
Nice.
Probably.
I would see that. You know
Yeah.
what? Biden.
We live that.
I
What do you mean?
support Biden now. You know, he's a Trump. He's a Trump guy now. He hates
wears
Kamala.
MAGA hats.
He's wearing MAGA
my-
hats. You
yeah.
know, good for him. He's my president.
Hey.
That's my president.
That's my president.
It doesn't matter
Um,
what you did your entire life as long as you end on the right side, right?
That's right.
It's true.
And that might be his ending, but hey,
on
you
his
know.
deathbed.
Doubt it. Oh, man.
Anyways, I've been playing. I actually just finished Chained Together last night.
Oh, you guys finished?
We finished, and
Nice.
it was fun. And if you want to join us, Blue, we're gonna do a speed run eventually.
So
Because we got
won't be a
pretty good
speed
at-
run.
We got really good at it.
Oh,
So, and we got wings now, so we can like slow our falls. We got really good because we kept getting stuck on this one part, and we did this one part for probably 2 hours straight. And so we just got really good at the game. And then by the end, we were like, weren't even scared of falling. We were just like jumping. We were like, we were in sync. It was great. So we finished the game yesterday. Took us 11 hours altogether, or 11 hours and some change, but we finished the game. And it was a lot of fun. I didn't think it would be fun at first. I thought it'd be funny, but it was fun. I really enjoyed it. Too bad I didn't stream the rest of it, but yes, the Flash is here.
Yay! Did you save the alternate timeline?
Ah, yes, the sound
As-
of the
as
of
usual.
the multiverse, the time stream.
He's just slowing down.
Well,
He's slowing down. See?
Yes, that's it. That's his.
Right.
Those are his feet steaming right now because they're on.
Right.
Right.
You should
Yeah.
probably look
Oh.
into some super speed shoes. You know,
There you go.
resistant to the to fire.
I heard doing this helps you a lot.
Yes. Yeah.
Hey,
That's
did you
true.
know that your movie made more money than Joker 2?
That's really sad.
You know what's even
It
sadder?
was even more sad.
The Marvels and Morbius made more money than Joker 2.
Oh, I'm sorry, Polar Knights.
You're
That's unfortunate.
the Blash. The Blash. Lock it in. Nice. The Blash. All right, so he's the Blash now.
Mhm.
Anyways, we'll get to the Flash in a second. I've been playing a lot of God of War Ragnarok. I am having so much fun with this game. It is so good. Lots of characters. You get to play as Atreus in this game, his
Mhm.
son, and it's pretty cool. I mean, some of it's like, okay, this is way too much Atreus. I need to get back to Kratos, but it's pretty cool because you're used to playing as Kratos. So when you're playing as Atreus, your play style is basically Kratos. So it's cool because Atreus learned how to fight from his father. So you're basically, you see that through the gameplay, you know, of how much he's learned. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm like 15 hours in right now. You get to go to some new realms, which is a lot of fun. I'm loving it. It's great. So I'm switching between that and Amnesia. I streamed that a couple weeks ago.
Nice.
I haven't streamed it since, but woo, spooky.
That is
Spooky.
spooky.
I didn't even realize it too, but apparently that's like one of the scariest games to play, and I had no idea.
It is freaky.
It's pretty freaky, yeah, and like you feel very alone. You're like, oh no, especially when I'm streaming and there's nobody in the chat. I'm like, oh no, I'm really alone right now.
Nobody's here to be scared with
Nobody's
me.
here to be scared with me. But yeah, so I'm switching back and forth. But God of War Ragnarok is great. I'm having so much fun with it. And I finished Midnight Mass like a month ago now at this point. I just forgot to bring it up like 4 weeks ago when we podcast. But I finished Midnight Mass. It is pretty good. It's not as good as Biggie played a bearded man. What a shock. This is true. Boy. That's what I say every
Boy.
day to my intern at work. Boy, get over here. Yes. What did I say? Oh, Midnight Mass. It's not as good as Hill House. It's probably on par with Bly Manor.
Yeah, I think that's pretty fair.
Yeah.
That's how most people have them. Haunting of Hill House is like top tier.
The only thing about it though is it was very what's the word? Guessable. Like I knew it was
Telegraphed.
like
Yeah.
I could
You knew
figure
it
out
was
what
vampires.
Predictable.
yeah, pretty quick. Yeah, predictable, yeah. It was pretty predictable. But the acting was great. The pacing was really good. It was interesting watching it as a Christian too, actually. Because like a lot of the things you like, it's very Catholic, obviously. So the whole point is it's a false prophet. He's leading his church astray. And he's saying all these things that are technically kind of true from the Bible, but then he's skewing it to kind of, he's taking the role of Christ and he's trying to become that role to his congregation. And also the idea of the new body is here, not in heaven, you know? So there's all these things like you could easily be led astray from this, actually, if you don't have a good foundation and knowledge of
Yeah.
Bible.
I noticed that too.
Yeah.
So it was interesting. I watched it with my fiance, and
Ooh.
we were able to talk about some of that stuff. And I was like, "This is actually really kind of interesting," and it's cool. You like that you can now. You know, we have the discernment to figure those things out. It's just, I don't know. I'm like kind of torn between whether I like that element or I don't like that element of the show, because the whole point of it is to say this guy is a false prophet, but it also could potentially paint the church in a bad way. However, this is the Catholic Church, so that's one thing, you know. But still, it was kind of interesting. But I did like it overall. And then I started Fall of the House of Usher, which way different from Midnight
Dude.
Mass. Completely different. Took me by surprise. Really, like,
really good.
I mean, it's okay. It's okay. I haven't. We're only like 2 or 3 episodes in. No, actually, the latest episode was the chimp episode where the girl got killed by the chimp.
Yeah, pretty crazy.
Just like totally
brutally.
like the brutality of Mike Flanagan just went next level in the show. The raunchiness too. I was like, oh man, this is like gross at times, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, very brutal. The people get what they deserve. That's for sure.
Yeah, the first episode, the first death. You're
the
like,
first death
oh
is
my
crazy.
gosh.
And then you watch Mark Hamill walks in there with all those dead bodies. Oh my gosh, so gross.
Yeah,
but,
Mark Hamill, I think does a good job in it.
You know, I think he's a terrible actor, to be completely honest. He's a great voice actor, but he's pretty good in this. Yeah, he's okay.
Yeah.
He's subdued, which is good for Mark Hamill. But I really enjoy the interview scenes where the main character, which I forgot his name already, but where he's talking to the cop. And then the ghosts, like he keeps seeing his dead children, you know, showing up. Very good. Like I love those scenes most of all.
Wait till the last episode, and there's the "When Life Gives You Lemons" monologue that is like so good.
I thought he already gave that. He already gave a "Life Gives You Lemons" scene. Yeah, he already gave that dialogue.
That was at the beginning.
Yeah.
Jeez. Or middle.
Yeah, and
whatever.
then
isn't that monologue is great. I love that monologue.
I think it was his son then that showed up. Son or daughter showed up and like he dropped the cognac. Yeah. Really good. He's a great actor too. He's what is he in? I recognize him from other stuff.
I think he's a cop in something else.
Yeah, well, let me look that up. But Fall of the House of Usher. Bruce Green. Oh, he's in Star Trek.
Yes, that's it.
He's in iRobot. He's in
the second National Treasure.
He's in Dr. Sleep. Oh yeah, the first National Treasure. And Batman the Red Hood. Who does he? Oh, he's Batman. That's right. He forgot. He voices Batman and Batman Under the Red Hood. He's got a good Batman voice. But yeah, so you know we're enjoying it, but it's probably my least favorite so far. I would say.
Ooh, that's surprising.
I love Hill House is so good. It's just like that whole funeral episode is some of the best television I've ever seen. Like it's so good. And just the way they film it too is amazing. The acting is so good. The dialogue's great. Midnight Mass was just really interesting to me. And Bly Manor was pretty similar to Hill House, so I liked it, you know. But yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I'm not hating it. I just don't like it as much as the other ones. And then I've been watching a lot of movies. So scary movies particularly. So I watched The Shining, and gotta say it is worth the hype. It is a 10 out of 10. It is so good. Jack Nicholson is one of the best actors to ever act. He's incredible. That's
good to know. I've actually just told my wife that I wanted to rewatch or to watch that for the first time. I've never watched it.
Yeah. There is one scene where where it's like they show some boobs, but it's just like kind of random too. I actually still don't really understand what it like means, because there's a lot of things in The Shining that don't really make sense. It is a very what's the word? You don't grasp it right away. It's kind of like, a Nolan film, where it's like there's some deeper level thinking that you have to have. And some of it's explained in the sequel, Dr. Sleep. But there is actually a documentary called Room 237, which is the room in the Shining Hotel. That kind of explains a little bit more. But there's aspects to the movie I'm still confused about. But Jack Nicholson is phenomenal, and his slow decay into an insane man is so good. It is really good.
So
And
fun fact about that movie, it's filmed at the Stanley Hotel in Estes Park, Colorado, where we were just at.
Oh wow.
I just had a drink in their bar.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Dang. That's cool.
Yeah. So I wonder if I'd recognize any of the set.
Probably. Yeah, I would imagine. He drinks at a bar, so maybe it's the same bar. But his wife too, the actress, they didn't tell her some of the things that would happen to her. And so the director would just kind of keep like traumatizing her on set to get her scared. So all her like reactions and acting throughout the whole thing is all very genuine. A lot of it she didn't know was going to happen. So the whole act scene, here's Johnny, she did not know that was coming. So she was genuinely scared for her life. And it actually, unfortunately, traumatized her into not wanting to act anymore, really. But definitely made for a great character. But yeah, even the kid's really good in that too. So really good movie. Yeah, definitely recommend it. It is brutal at times, and not like the things he does is brutal, but like just there's a lot of blood, a whole lot of blood. So if you don't like blood, it's not a movie for you. But there's a ton of blood. Then I also watched a bunch of scary movies this weekend. I watched Megan, which is kind of like a Chucky type movie. It's like an AI doll, essentially. It was kind of weird, to be honest. It wasn't that great. I watched I Know What You Did Last Summer, which is like an OG slasher film. That was pretty. It was cheesy. It was a 90s movie, pretty cheesy, but enjoyable. And then I watched two movies that I actually really enjoyed. One was Quiet Place Day One, which I kept thinking about the haunted house, Bluey, that we went through.
Nice.
It was a stressful movie because I love cats and dogs, and there is a cat in the movie that you think is gonna keep dying, but it survives. It survives the whole movie. I'll spoil that just so but
Thanks.
it's the stressfulness that I was feeling. I was like, dang, please don't eat the cat. But the cat survived. So really good movie.
Would you ever doubt that a cat would?
Well, you have to be quiet. So
they have their
luckily the
paw,
cat was a service cat, so it never meows or anything. But yeah, anyways, so the plot was kind of funny, but it was pretty enjoyable. It was very human, and I enjoyed elements of it. Some of the things was like things you probably would do if it was the end of the world, and you were probably going to die. Like, yeah, I want to do this one last time, and it takes place in New York. So it was honestly more chaotic and stressful than the other ones, because the other ones, like, it was already established what happened. They were living their life in the apocalypse, so they were very organized and stuff. This is just pure chaos. It just happened. Everyone's freaking out. Nobody knows what to do. And there's millions of people in Manhattan. So like, it's pretty crazy. And then I watched The Strangers, which was a freaky movie.
Dude, that movie, like, they would make people would watch me watch that movie during Halloween time in college because I was freaking out so much. But like, it's a great movie, but it is like
it's a really good movie.
The jump scares get me even now.
Oh yeah, like when Liv Tyler is just like looking around the room, and then the guy with the mask just comes out,
walks behind her.
Just staring at her. The scariest, like the most unnerving part, though, And there's a lot of unnerving parts of this movie, but the most unnerving part was when they're like in the morning the next day they're tied up and Liv Tyler asked, "Why did you do this?" And they're like, "Because you were home."
Because you were home.
That's
Mhm.
the reason.
You know they're doing a TV show for like the origins of the 3 killers, I think.
It'll probably be trash. I mean, they came out with
I'm sure.
Strangers Chapter 1 this year, and that was trash.
No, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah, the
Strangers Chapter
movie.
1. It was bad. Oh, it was a movie?
Yeah, it was bad. It was really
Okay.
bad.
Well, Strangers 2 was also really bad, so.
Yeah. That's one of those movies you just can't recreate.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
Yeah.
it's good in what it is, and the whole point of it is random, you know, and so like that's the scary part of it. So leave it at that, you know. But yeah, scary stuff. Really scary stuff. And the only unrealistic part is that Liv Tyler, well, I don't know if anyone's gonna watch it here. Spoilers. Liv Tyler lives and she's been stabbed in the gut a million times, so it's like, I don't know about that. But
Also, terrible gun owners. Like, I get that in the movie, neither one of them are very experienced with guns, and that very clearly shows.
yes, I love that. Like, they don't know how to load a freaking shotgun.
A break action shotgun.
And I'm like,
Also,
leave
the
leave
easiest kind.
the barrel off, dude. Just leave it off.
What could they not figure out how to open it?
He's like, I don't know how to load this.
Yep.
Like,
What?
what?
He didn't know how to open.
Just pop it.
Well, if he opened it, then yeah, I would be even more surprised that he doesn't know how to pop it in. But
yeah, I don't know. He figured it out though, so you know, whatever.
And then proceeded to kill the cop who came, or his friend,
His best
who
friend.
came there to
I knew
save
that
him.
was gonna happen. I'm like, oh no, he's gonna
Oh,
shoot
yeah.
him.
I mean, you see it from a mile away.
Yeah, it's so
what,
sad,
an
too.
accident, I guess.
Yes,
Yes,
because he's
they were
waiting for
hiding
the
in a
killer to come
bedroom.
around the corner.
No, they were
And-
hiding in a bedroom, and he was waiting for the
Yeah.
killer to come to the doorway and just shoots the very first second he sees anybody in the doorway, even though he's got like a full room length.
He probably had his finger on the trigger the entire
Oh,
time.
I mean, he was freaking
Waiting.
out.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
the worst part of it was the killer was just standing behind him, the friend, just waiting for him to die too. Like
Yep.
he thought about killing him, and then he's like, wait,
I'll make him kill him.
yeah, make it more traumatizing. Yeah, what a traumatizing movie. Oof,
Yeah, very much so.
crazy stuff. But yeah, so that's. Oh, and then I watched Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. What a dumb movie. What a stupid movie. So, anyways, yeah, I've been watching a lot of scary movies for Spooktober.
Tis the season.
Tis the season. God of War Ragnarok's the kind of random one in there, but it's a great game. So, anyways, so Flash, what have you been up to before we get into Rims of Power here? If anything,
Of note, besides working, as usual.
working
Dominating
at saving the
fantasy.
world. That's what you've been doing.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Dominating
I'm
fantasy.
so mad about last week because I had people on my
You got Joe Mixon on your bench.
freaking Zach Ross was out mid game, and
Yep.
Joe Mixon was questionable, so I didn't put him in, and that bit me in the
That's
butt.
why it pays to check Sunday morning.
At least you didn't have all your running backs either injured or on bye weeks.
Yeah, and yet you still won. So
And I left Lazard on my bench. He scored 20 points.
Wait, Tyler, you lost by like
1 point.
less than a point or 1 point.
Yep. And ETN had minus 0.1.
Yeah.
For
Oh,
like
I have him
7
in another league.
carries.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, I had him in another league, so I know that pain.
I also figured Deontay Johnson wouldn't play that well because they were playing the Falcons. I was like,
Dude, he's
but-
it. If he's not
I know.
playing the Bears, I have him in another league. He's like an every week starter. Like he's good.
I have him and Jamar Chase.
Yeah.
And I got Kamara, which has
Yeah, you have like the entire offensive Cincinnati Bengals team.
This is true. And I got the best quarterbacks too. The two best quarterbacks. I have a stacked team, but yet still screwing up here and there.
That's why fantasy is a little bit of luck, a little bit of skill, and
Yeah,
you
who
play it
you're
out.
playing, how they're playing
Mhm.
that week. If I wasn't playing you,
just-
Nathan, I would have lost.
I'm
Yeah.
just praying.
Thanks.
I'm praying for Christian McCaffrey.
Oh yeah,
Just
he
praying.
needs
for
to
him.
save your
Sorry.
season.
He needs the Lord.
He
Yep.
needs the Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So do
but-
his calves, but that I'm not praying for that.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm praying for his soul. That's
And that was
Mhm.
Talking Souls or Talking Sports with
Talking
Talking
sports.
souls.
Talking
Talking
Sports with the
Soul.
Talk Nerds. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
So-
All right, back to Nerdum. Rings of Power, everybody. Not only is the plot just diabolical, the cringe of power. Everything is repurposed from Peter Jackson's movies. And I don't just mean dialogue. We've talked about that. There's so many examples of just dialogue being repurposed, but it's not even just like saying the dialogue. It's changing the entire meaning of it. One giant example is Dan Galf telling Tom Bombadil that he wants to save his friend, and he uses the Gandalf line when Frodo's talking about he wishes Bilbo killed Gollum, and he's like, "Who are you to say who should live and die?" Oh, that's a great teaching moment, Gandalf. Thank you. But remember when you screwed up, or when Tom Bombadil told you that 2,000 years ago, and he said you shouldn't save your friend. What? Who are you to save your friend? You should let your friend die.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was
thanks,
a
Tom.
test.
Yeah. Just to get a staff. I love that his entire arc has been, what's my name? And I need a stick. That's his entire arc for the last 2 seasons now.
And the creators and directors are like, anybody know what his name is? Anyone? I don't think you do.
It's what's his Sauron's what was
Rand
his name?
Elf.
What was Sauron's other name? Halbrand? Halbrand.
Yeah.
It was a whole Halbrand thing in season 1. It's like, yeah, this is obviously Sauron. We know. But is he? Yes. He is.
Yes. We're not dumb like you.
Somehow Galadriel got worse this season. We thought, oh, at the beginning, maybe she's gonna take the Lady of Light route. Nope. I have killed more orcs than any other elf to ever exist.
Yay.
Shut up. Oh my goodness.
And then
Galadriel.
they
love
talk
these. Thank you.
normal. They talk normal until somebody's name comes up, and then they're like,
Mordor.
Mordor.
Yeah, I know.
Celebrimbor.
Oh my gosh, Celebrimbor. What a joke. What a dumb character that guy is. Where to start? Okay. So, anyways, Galadriel. There's a whole ring issue, right? Obviously, Sauron shouldn't have found out about the rings because they were actually made before the Rings of Man, after the Rings of Men were made. These rings were made to basically save Middle Earth from Sauron, but then he never knew about them, and he made the one ring, and so they ruled over the dwarven rings and the men rings, but he had nothing to do with the elven rings. He didn't know where they were. He didn't know who had them, and for some reason, everybody in Middle Earth knows that Galadriel has this ring, including Adar, that guy.
Dar.
So I mean, that's her entire story. Is
New
just being-
father, who dis?
Oh my gosh, the whole thing with Elrond, like there were no consequences to her actions of lying to everybody about Sauron's true, who Sauron was. There were no consequences for making the rings. So like, all right, fine, I guess we'll use them. And suddenly she gets a ring too, by the way. She shouldn't have gotten a ring. And then she gets to go on this scouting mission. Oh, well, she doesn't get to lead it, but she picks the freaking people who get to go on the scouting mission, and she picked 3 people. Why not send like a whole army after Sauron? Like that would probably make sense. But you send 4 or 5 people, right? I think it was 5 people altogether, including Elrond and Galadriel. But it's like, what?
Who almost got their butts whipped by the dead people.
Oh yeah, not to mention the Barrow-wights who are not supposed to even exist yet, and she knows who they are just because she knows everything.
Hmm.
What are these Barrow-wights? Oh, what would we do without you, Galadriel?
Yeah, this whole thing kind of reminds me of Disney Star Wars: The Last Jedi, when they could have just
Honestly,
said something at the beginning and avoided all that conflict and pointless storyline, where she could have told Celebrimbor right away, and then he never would have welcomed him in, and then none of that would have ever happened.
well, you know what? I mean, he did say like, "Oh, I'm not supposed to let you in," and then he got fooled because the dude put a wig on and said, "I am Anatar. I'm an Anaturd, Lord of Ring," and then he's like, "Okay, we'll
Okay.
all right, let's do this." Yeah, he's just an idiot. That's all there is to him. Speaking of him, I love the fact that at the very end, where he's supposed to have a very tragic death, you know, like Sauron puts him out into the field and everybody's just, you know, shooting arrows at him, the orcs and stuff. In this, he's just kind of like playing around with him in there, and he only dies because he baits Sauron into getting emotional, and Sauron cries.
Yeah,
Sauron.
what the frick?
And he says the rings. He literally just predicts his future because he read the Lord of the Rings, saw the movies, and he says, "The rings will be the rings will be the master of you. I foresee that the rings will be the master of you." Saying the rings will be the master over Sauron, but you will be the Lord of the Rings. What? That doesn't make sense.
Huh?
What are you talking about? Like it's nobody thought through any of this dialogue. None of it. And so everything's repurposed. Everything is also just like a setup for Peter Jackson's movies. They're like there's nothing to this show except for bringing in characters that shouldn't be there and trying to set up a stupid origin story for the Lord of the Rings. Like freaking Narsil. Oh, the Queen had to give it to him? What? That's stupid.
Of course.
Yeah, like, oh, the woman had to give him his agency. You know, like, oh my gosh.
And of course, he basically did the same.
Yes, he did. He literally it was literally the same scene.
Yeah.
The identity politics are off the charts in this show. That Nori having to be the one who gets to found the Shire. She's the ancestor of Frodo. Like,
Yep.
What?
And then Poppy, female Sam, giving the inspirational speech, just like Sam did in Osgiliath.
Oh yeah. I literally was like, shut up. I was so mad at that. They tried to do the inspirational music and everything. I'm like, go away. Go make out with your gross boyfriend. Oh my goodness. Probably smells like lizard, apparently. The stores. Oh, he must be some grand elf. Okay.
Gandalf.
Oh,
Gandalf.
name
That's
drop.
what they're gonna
Gandalf.
call me, isn't it?
Gandalf.
Who said they were gonna call you Gandalf? I didn't hear anybody say that.
Also, who is this mysterious wizard? If you make it Saruman, I will scream.
Yeah, it better not
You
be.
know
Saruman
they're
was
going
good.
to.
Saruman was good until he was
Right.
deceived by the ring, by Sauron.
Yep.
Unless
What do you-
Grand Elf converts him or something.
I don't know. I have no clue. But again, neither of them should even be there. They shouldn't exist yet. And Tom Bombadil, dude, shouldn't care about any of this. The whole reason they didn't give him the ring in Fellowship of the Ring is because he would forget about it. He wouldn't care. He would probably lose the ring because he just doesn't. He's elevated. He's above everybody else. He doesn't care about this little stuff. So the fact that they tried to make him this mysterious character who taught Gandalf everything he knew, give me a break.
Who talks like Gandalf?
Gandalf,
You need to find
eat her,
Ah.
drink water. Dude, I could do a better accent than you could. Joke. What a
Gosh.
joke. All the whole Hobbit stuff was just a waste of time. Like I always growing up, I was always so bored with the Merry and Pippin scenes. I love those scenes now. This is a joke. Like,
Well, yeah.
what a
Speaking of
waste
Merry,
of time.
speaking of them, the Ents that they had in Rings of Power.
Oh, yeah.
How they talked normal
Now-
speed and everything.
They look better than the ones in Lord of the Rings just because of CGI, but that's about as far as it goes with the
Sure.
praises for them. Yeah.
They talk the same speed. It's like, what? No, that's the whole point. And it's like talk slowly, very slowly.
Don't you love Isildur? He gets to fight baby Shelob, and he's the one who gives Shelob the scar on her face.
Oh, I
It's like,
didn't
oh
catch
my
that.
gosh.
That
Yeah, that was
was
baby
supposed to be
Shelob.
Shelob.
That was Shelob. He had the same exact choreography to his Sam. Imagine that. Crazy. And
Jeez.
yeah. Dude should be the protagonist of this show. He's Isildur. Him or Elendil. Pick one. Not Guy Ladriel.
Yeah.
Freaking Don Lemonloss dying so many times, and he's back.
Yeah.
He's good.
I was like,
He
oh,
literally
oh.
gets stabbed
I was like,
with
wow,
a
they
freaking
actually killed him.
huge sword. Adar stabs him, guts him. Stab, twist, gut. No, yeah, he should be dead. Not showing up, founding Rivendell. Apparently, Rivendell needs an origin story now too.
Wait, he founded Rivendell?
Yeah, that was Rivendell at the very end.
Oh my gosh.
It gets worse than you thought every time.
Oh, and don't forgot to mention High King Gilgadaddy.
Oh gosh.
What a little simp. What a little. I mean, not fit to rule, quite frankly.
Right before he looks back at Galadriel.
Galadriel, what am I supposed to do? Is this what it? Okay, all right, yeah,
All right.
yeah, all right. Yeah, what a little pussy. And I don't really know what else to say about him. The final battle at Eregion, I love that he shows up with Elrond. Elrond nods at him. He sees him there.
Yeah.
And then later on, he's like, what are you doing here? You shouldn't be here. A king fights with his people. Dude, what? You just saw him like 5 minutes ago. And the fact that he was there, he should have probably gone with Elrond to talk to Adar. The whole negotiations. Yeah, the king of the elves should probably be there to talk about negotiations. That would probably be a smart choice. And then, I mean, Gilgalad was a freaking warrior. Dude was a badass. Like, he would have killed all those freaking orcs single-handedly and had not even broken a sweat. He would have been majestic AF. Like, dude would have been crazy. And he's like, some random orcs got his sword at his neck, and he's like, oh, like, oh my gosh. Totally ruined that character. Brad went wannabe.
Yeah.
I mean, Elrond kissing Galadriel.
Oh my god.
What are you doing?
You literally see
Yeah,
them passing.
The point of that is to make a distraction. Then they kiss, and then he clearly goes, "Here you go." What?
Adar's like, I saw that, and he's like, yeah, I just wanted to kiss her.
Yeah, I just wanted to make out with Galadriel. Arwen, I made out with your grandmother. Da, 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 da. Yeah.
The light of the even star is leaving me.
It's leaving me. What else? I mean, yeah, Elendriel being a total simp for Queen what's her face the entire time. And she's like, I love that, like, like the original story is the fake king, who, by the way, we'll talk about him in a second. He takes over, like in the book, he forces her into a marriage, but that would ruin her agency. So we're not going to make that happen. We're going to have him be the evil guy who just takes over, and she's still like, she's still, queen boss lady. No, that's not how it happens. That's not how it happens. And that is the reason. That is literally the reason they didn't want to take away her agency. That is the reason they gave. So that's a joke. And then she has to give Elendil his agency so he can be the king he was meant to be. By the way, he doesn't get that sword. He doesn't get exiled until after the fall of Numenor. So he's literally exiled. He's disgraced. That's all made up. And I love that to be a king in Numenor, all you have to do is stand by an eagle, and you're the chosen one. Right. The eagle just shows up, and they're like,
"Yeah, this is the guy. This is the guy for
you." He's a king. He's a king. And then meanwhile, the queen is like, "Wait, what just happened? Is there an eagle there? There's an eagle standing right there?
There's an eagle.
Oh crap!
The eagle has landed.
The eagle is just like F's off. He's like, "All right,
my job here is done."
Oh my gosh, what a dumb scene. I actually laughed out loud. I was like, what is happening? So stupid. I mean, yeah. What else can I say? Just the random elf girl who's a smith for some reason, and she's standing on the barracks of war. Just nobody decides to shoot her, and then she gets shoved out. Like,
what out of there?
What's gonna happen? What are you doing here? Are you a leader? Like, no, you're a smith. You're just a random smith. What is her name, by the way? I don't know. I'm with Celebrimbor. What is her name
I
again?
forgot.
Yeah. I also love that Sauron needs Celebrimbor alive, but when Celebrimbor figures out the glitch in the Matrix with the mouse, he opens up the world to him, and literally almost dies outside. But he's like, "Oh, but you need to finish the Rings of Men." But dude, you just let him go out and almost get smashed by a giant boulder,
and he doesn't actually do anything more with the rings, does he?
Well, they weren't like quite finished, I guess, but I guess they are because
he just had to like
took them at the end. I know. The freaking guy who didn't know what alloys are, and he was the master smith of the elves.
Oh man,
unbelievable!
Dude, we could make better stuff up for this.
100%. The freaking boulder. Not to mention that they couldn't break down this tiny little, probably 12-foot wall of Aragion, and in order to get over it, they had to shoot probably like half a mile away this giant rock up on the mountain. Like, they broke the mountain with a trebuchet. What are you doing? Yeah. What are you talking about? That's not realistic at all.
They should have had a berserker come through.
Oh, well, there was that troll that they were building up the entire season. This is a big deal. And then he dies 30 seconds later. When
I'm kind of a big deal.
And then he just laughs and dies. What was that about? And the orcs. There's the orcs.
Glug.
You told us you loved us.
Oh, man.
But they're evil now, so like,
keep Sauron away from my orc baby.
Yes, we don't want to go to war. We want to be safe. We want to do evil in our own way. But it's okay because they're evil now. So see, guys, we're staying true to the lore. They're evil now. They had to get to that path,
Part of the plan.
It's all part of the plan. The whole thing with Galadriel. Now she's the Lady of Light, because she's got the ring now. But she was a warrior before, but not anymore. Now she's the Lady of Light. That was my rant. Any other thoughts?
I mean, no, I don't want to talk about it. But
Okay.
it just like after watching Lord of the Rings, literally 2 weeks ago, just was awful, dude. Like that made it worse. I think like
Yeah.
having the most recent context to everything, and it just was like I even told my wife first time she watched it. Right, I was like, yeah, Rings of Power is awful. Like they're making Galadriel like a warrior, like queen, basically. And she goes, "What? Isn't she supposed to be like the fairest maiden elf, like Lady of Light?" And I go,
The
"Yeah,
super
even you know
badass
that."
Lady of Light, by
Like
the way.
even my wife, who I think at the time when I said that had only seen Fellowship of the Ring, was
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, that's
The
wrong."
coolest female character in Lord of the Rings that you somehow ruined.
And she is revered. And what's his name? Gimli wants the locks of her hair. It's like she
Yeah.
is an important, like, beautiful
100%.
character that is well loved.
Nobody in the Tolkien fandom thinks she's stupid or like she's anything less because she's a woman or she's not powerful. No. Everybody loves Galadriel. Like nobody like laughs at her. She's a wise and powerful character that people look up to.
Mm-hmm.
And somehow
Can we talk
destroy
about
that.
her husband Celeborn is
Yeah.
around?
Who
Just
knows?
don't-
He was probably a captive of Adar somehow.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Celeborn is MIA. And somehow we're gonna have to figure that out. Ugh, that's gonna be awkward.
Yeah.
By the way, I
Somehow,
made out with Elrond.
Somehow she survived that giant fall off the cliff after her battle with Sauron.
Oh yeah, she didn't even have the ring on her. And of course, her ring has to be more powerful than High King Gilgadaddy's ring.
Gilgadaddy.
Because her ring actually healed her. The other one didn't.
Hmm.
I totally forgot about the dwarves too. Somehow the king, the one Durin, not the other Durin, the first Durin, but he's actually the third Durin. The third Durin, who's the king, suddenly goes crazy right away when he gets the ring. It's like bam, overnight he's crazy, decides he's gonna kill every dwarf in there, and single-handedly takes on a freaking Balrog, who okay. Balrogs are super hard to kill. Only super powerful beings such as Maiar or Valar can kill them. Gandalf died because of the Balrog of Morgoth. And he was pretty powerful. This dwarf didn't even have his ring on him. He was just a dwarf. He was just a dude with an axe. Who, by the way, that image of him jumping, I paused that and replayed it so many times. He's like doing the splits in midair. It's so dumb.
Don't tell the elf. Touch me.
Touch me.
Push me.
Don't tell the elf.
I cannot take on the Balrog of Morgoth unless you touch me.
That's really good, Nick.
Somehow he like shuts the Balrog up and it goes back to bed for another 300 years or whatever it is.
I think we're in the thousands.
It's 3,000s. It's
3,000. Sorry,
thousands,
my bad. 3,000 years. You are correct.
At least, yeah.
At least he's like, all right, that dwarf had packed a punch. You know, I'm going back to bed. I ain't paid for this.
I ain't messing with that guy no more.
You know, Sauron doesn't have as good of benefits as Morgoth did, so I'm going to bed. I'm going on strike. Screw this. So that happened, and I love that he just like, as quick as he became evil, he became good again. It's like, okay. I guess he just wanted to show the Balrog. That's fine. And man, oh man, Disa. Whew. What's with her?
Decent nuts.
These nuts. I love that they always have to show her giant thighs too. Like it's like, dude, nobody wants to see this. Just put them away. Put them away, please. Her
Oh, I was waiting
obnoxious
for that
voice
one.
too. I said, duck and cover. Oh my gosh, just ridiculous.
Huh.
The constant need for her to have a weapon in her hand. She did nothing. She did absolutely nothing. Everything she did just kind of didn't work throughout the entire season. Everything that happened was because of Durin the fourth, not because of her, and yet she's the one who is entitled. And somehow stumbles at the market scene where she drops the giant crystal and somehow stumbles upon the random giant cave that wakes up the
In the
Balrog.
middle of a market.
She, just as Galadriel is to blame for everything that happens with Sauron, she is to blame for everything that happens to Moria.
Also, can we talk about like how random the Moria storyline is? It's
Oh
just,
yeah,
like,
the doors of Moria being made in
Oh,
Aragian.
yeah.
What
Oh,
the
man.
heck?
Yeah.
What? You can't just build a rock into a mountainside. What are you doing? What?
Oh man.
The answer is friend.
All right, contractors, we need to shave a door out of this mountain and stick this door in there ASAP.
Good cocking will do it.
Oh, and if you get locked out, the
The answer
password
is
is
friend.
melon. Melon? Melon.
Marron.
Yeah, you notice how it wasn't annoying in Lord of the Rings when they rolled their R's? Take note,
Mm.
please.
Yeah, well, don't worry.
Yeah.
They're going to be redoing all of the Lord of the Rings anyways, they said.
Yes.
So it won't even matter. They will connect.
Yeah.
It'll all make sense.
I mean, starting with the War of the Rohirrim, that's coming out in December, and that's going to be the main character. She's this random character from the books that is only briefly mentioned. We don't know anything about her, so they're like, "Oh, perfect opportunity to shove a girl boss into, and we'll just make up her character." Suddenly, she's the best rider in all of Rohan.
Yeah.
And
Sue.
she's gonna save all of Rohan.
What's
The
her
trailer
name?
looked so good too. I don't know. I have no clue. She's the king's daughter or something like that.
Hmm.
The trailer looked so good up until she started talking. Then it's plummeted. It's gonna be an anime. It's like, dang, that would have been so cool. Too bad. And that's Warner Brothers too. So they have the rights to all Lord of the Rings and everything. So they're not associated with Rings of Power, and yet they're coming out with this. Warner Bros. Is probably the dumbest entertainment company in the world. They have Harry Potter, they have Lord of the Rings, they have DC, and they managed to screw up all of it. It's like, what? Crazy. Not to mention Looney Tunes, the best cartoon characters probably to ever exist. Don't do anything with that. It's Six Flags does better with DC and Looney Tunes than you do.
Looney Flags. Looney Flags. New amusement park.
Remember when we found out at Universal that there was going to be a Batman Land at Universal Studios, and they couldn't secure the rights, so Six Flags bought it out. And so that's why DC characters are at Six Flags. And now, instead of Batman Land, we got Cartoon World.
Yeah, which we did.
Which is fun. Which is a lot of
We did.
fun. But Batman Land would have been cooler.
Dang.
So, darn. And it would have been right next to Marvel Land, too. That would have been the best area in the park. But yeah. I don't even know what else to say.
I mean, it's just the worst part is like all of the things that they're trying to get the fans to like don't happen for thousands of years, right?
There's
Gandalf,
nothing here. If you
potentially
took all of that
Sauron.
out, there is nothing here.
Nothing, right? Like the actual meat that they want us to care about is incorrect, like wrong.
It's stolen meat.
Everything is stolen. Even that random scene where they were like Don Lemonloss and Isildur and that random chick are walking, and then that giant slug thing, and he's like, "There are more evil things in the deep parts of the earth." Dude, you are on the surface of the earth. What are you talking about? You just
Stupid.
wanted an excuse to say another line from Lord of the Rings. Dumb
idiot.
Yeah, Don Lemonloss has become the most useless character, and yes, he abandoned his stepson. Freaking Rings of Power.
It's been so long since I've seen the first season that I was like, what was he even doing before this? I can't even remember.
Yeah, he was with the girl with the the huge and so she decided she would probably do better in her career if she quit Rings of Power, and she was smart, so she left. Yeah. Freaking old man, what's his face, who started the whole Mordor, who created Mordor, and then he died from a freaking war or warg.
Yeah. By the way, the stepson, whatever his name is, I can't remember. What a horrible actor.
Terrible actor. Have you seen like interviews of him in real life? He is like the most Gen Z you've ever met. He'll say random things in interviews, and the whole cast is just like,
who's this guy?
What did he say? Like they don't, like, he just says stuff that it's like so Gen Z. It's like, I don't know what you're saying right now. It doesn't make sense. And that's how he acts. Yeah. Gooning and all that stuff, Yeah.
Goes over to give Isildur a hug.
Oh my gosh. That annoyed me too. I was like, no, that would never, ever, ever, ever happen.
Come here, bro.
Never happen. That would be considered homosexual to do that. Yeah, grab him by the arm and you shake the arm. That's what you do.
Oh man.
Yeah. What a joke.
Not a joke.
Not a joke. So yeah, Rings of Power. An abomination. Probably the worst thing I've ever seen. The most frustrating show I've ever watched. And the most offended I've ever been watching something, for sure. But you know what? Anything coming out of Disney, this is probably worse. In terms of just pure cringe and just a waste of time. And that would be Hagatha all along. What a waste of time this show is. Every single episode is basically redoing WandaVision, but with witches on this creepy road and gay people. Lots of
gay people.
I mean, like, the entire show is just a bunch of middle-aged women getting drunk or just like not taking anything seriously. They all want power and they don't care if people die. And then they're like surprised when somebody dies. And it's like, I thought this was the whole point of what you're doing. And yeah, I mean, what is there to even talking about of this show? There's nothing. It's just boring and cringy and annoying and super dark. Dark is in, I can't see what's going on.
I can't see what the hell.
I'm like this close to the screen because I can't see what's happening. It's so dark. It's like Game of Thrones season 8.
Gosh, that was so frustrating.
That was frustrating.
Come on.
Yeah. I love how we have so many bad things. It's hard to choose what's the worst thing.
And it's
I don't know.
Copy paste every episode. Like copy paste. Oh, that can't look like that. It's got to look like this for this episode. And then it's like an escape room every episode. That's all it is. It's just an escape room every single episode.
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. And it's a musical too.
It is?
Just no, but it is.
It is.
What's the song again?
Down
the witch's road. Shut up.
Shut up,
Meg. Shut up.
It's my new favorite clip is it's Philip Seymour Hoffman. I don't know what he's in, but he's like, shut up. He just says it like 10 times. I'm like, this is perfect.
I am so glad I did not waste my time watching that.
It is the worst thing I've seen from Marvel, easily.
Not to mention, it just looked so satanic.
Honestly, it's not.
It hasn't been.
It's not at all. It's just boring
least
and
yet.
cringy. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
there hasn't been anything. It's like Beetlejuice is scarier than this. Like it's a joke. It's a joke. And yeah, not to mention, I don't even know if we really talked about it yet. I think we have, but like the whole thing of like your audience is so stupid, so we have to tell you what's going on. By the way, the main guy, the boy, he's gay. In case you didn't know, he's gay, and so we're gonna show you that he's getting a call from his boyfriend, and the name is gonna be Boy F, just so you didn't know. Like, yeah, okay, yep.
Did they flash the name of the place they were in every time?
No, they did
Just
not
so
do
we know-
that.
So we know this is.
They're on the
Earth.
Witch's Road. They should do that every time. It's the
Witch's
Witch's
Road.
Road. That would
Yeah.
be good, actually.
Maybe date stamp.
We should
too.
write to Disney, suggest that for season 2, because season 2 is obviously going to happen.
Right.
Not
going to get acolyted.
No way.
Not
No
this
way.
show. It's gay. That right. That means it's right.
The gayest Marvel show ever.
They're turning the witches gay.
Yes.
They're turning the witches gay. They're turning
my
the freaking
gosh.
witches gay.
I totally forgot. This reminded me. There's in Rings of Power season 2, Tom Bombadil totally rips off a line from Harry Potter where he says it's basically the wand chooses the wizard. He says the staff chooses the wizard. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Oh my goodness.
I'm Tom Bombadil.
Not to mention
Bombadil.
I mean, they admitted publicly about all the shipping in that show, but like Gandalf and Tom
Literally
Bombadil.
on a ship.
Getting a little steamy in here. You just wanted me to find a staff, didn't you? You just wanted to keep me here, didn't you? Clean up and meet me over by the fire later. Okay, Tom.
Oh man.
So
It always goes
sad.
back to Rings of Power. Yeah, so Hagatha all along is just a complete waste of time. There's really nothing. It's just cringe. Like, and it doesn't matter. Like, it has no meaning at all. Like, I don't care at all. Because this is a nothing character. It's a old lady from the comics that babysits Franklin Richards. That's what this character is. And you've somehow tried to make it into this whole thing, and it's not. So, and most of the actors on the show, actresses, they don't know anything about. Not only do they know nothing about Marvel, they know nothing about the MCU. They're like, I don't even know who the characters are in the MCU. It's like, what?
Wait, what's the
in
MCU?
a Marvel show? What does that mean? Yeah. So, yeah. Then and of course we said this earlier, but they did name dropped Mephisto, and they tried to make it all it's like, okay, are you gonna actually do anything about that, or did you just literally just say the name just to show that you Googled it?
I know who he is now.
I know who he is. They did all broom thing last episode, which was freaking weird and dumb. They were all giggling like, I haven't done this in years. Oh my gosh. Shut up.
Shut up.
Shut up.
Literally the whole episode. That's all you're telling yourself.
I know. I mean, what else? Well, is there anything else to say about this show? I don't even know.
They get drunk a couple of times.
Get drunk. Lady Death is in this.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, is that who?
As in,
It's Aubrey Plaza. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, that's who Thanos?
Yeah.
loved?
So that's Thanos and Deadpool's girl, and they fight over her all the time, and she's gay actually in this. Oh, I forgot the Flash was here. You haven't talked in a while.
I was gonna say, if you're gonna have anyone fight over Lady Death, at least Aubrey Plaza is
At least it's Aubrey Plaza. This
Exactly. No, I
Hmm.
haven't watched Rims of Power or Hagatha all along, so I don't have a whole lot to add.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's really not much else to say. You know, it's like there's no impact to the MCU.
Just it's so boring. Like
It's
what?
boring. It's just a pointless show. And cringe. Like the cringe is off the chart. It's probably par with She-Hulk, I would say. And Echo. Ugh.
Oh
Echo. Remember that show?
nope.
I never.
don't.
I meant to go back and watch that, but I never did.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't waste your time.
Secret Invasion's the only one that I have not watched all the way. I
yeah.
was like, nope, I'm not doing this. This
That's
is
the one I
stupid.
did. I
Gaia
did.
at the end with all the powers of the tattoos, Drax's tattoos
Drax's
somehow
arm.
transferred to her. Yeah, why do we just call up her for anything? Like she can save the day every day. Like she's all the Avengers, you know? So but yeah. But you know what's great? The Penguin. The Penguin is great.
Yep.
And that is a female character that is incredible. Like that I really love, who's an incredible actress and
she's not even
likable
like, built
character.
the same as the comics. Like the actually,
Right.
it's okay.
Yeah. And she's a compelling character and she's not annoying and she's still like she's a boss, like a girl boss in a good way though. Like
Who's that?
she's Sophia Falcone,
Oh,
Carmine's daughter.
gotcha.
Colin Farrell is incredible as
Mm.
Penguin, and we'll talk about this more when Bluey's caught up. And Nick and Flash, guys, you should watch this show. It's so good,
Yeah.
and it hasn't been that many episodes, so you can catch up pretty quick. But it is incredible. And you know, behind the scenes stuff is like garbage because they're talking about Vic, who's a Latino African American character, and they were like, oh, it's great to have representation and all this stuff, but it's like, shut up. Like we like the character. You don't need to include. You can include all that, but it's just background. It's just character building for him. That's all it is, and it's good. But like, you don't need to tell us, oh, it's just representation. And it's good for that. No, it's good for character building. That's what it's good for, and it's great character building. He's a great character. Yeah. He's got a very compelling story. You feel bad for him. You feel for him, and it's amazing.
Right after Batman.
Right.
And they even mention him, you know, like he's out there, like he's a very real and present threat to their operations. Like
yeah, and he shows like, are you talking about Vic still? Or are you talking about Batman?
No, Batman.
Oh yeah, they haven't really mentioned him yet, but I would assume he's. Have they? I missed it then. I must have missed it. But it's so refreshing to not have a victimized villain as a main character. Penguin's not a good guy at all. None of them are, especially Sophia, but none of them are good guys, and yet they're still great protagonists. And you still like want them to succeed and win, but not because they're good guys, just because they're very compelling, likable characters. And he's still a dirtbag. And at the end of episode 3, you like Penguin is so good at manipulating and maneuvering quickly. Like Colin Farrell, my respect for him as an actor has like skyrocketed in this show.
Yeah,
he's incredible, and you kind of forget that it's him because of all the makeup and everything. But yeah, it's fantastic.
Did he put on weight for this, or is that just all makeup?
All makeup, all a suit and everything. Yeah. It's pretty incredible. And he said, I mean, the sad thing is we're probably only going to get this season and a second Batman movie, and that's it because of James Gunn's DCU, you know? But, and he also was like, I don't really want to do this anymore because of all this makeup. It's just exhausting. Like it's a whole day of putting this all on. But man, oh man, I would be totally down for continuing this show and more. Like, honestly, I don't even want the DCU anymore. I just want a Batman universe. Like, give me a whole bunch of TV shows in the Batman universe, this universe, flesh out Robert Pattinson's character, have a whole Batman show, do some more villain show. I would be totally down for that.
The Gotham show is not connected to this universe, is it?
No.
Okay.
That is a CW garbage.
Oh,
fest.
right.
Yeah.
CW. Yeah.
Yep. Or not Gotham. Sorry, I thought you were talking about Gotham Knights. My bad.
No.
Gotham was an older show that ended a while ago. Gotham Knights was a newer one that was garbage, but yeah. So I mean, it's fantastic. It's really good. I'm
Nice.
excited to keep watching. It's fun to have something fun and good to watch. But yeah, so we'll that's our discussion on Rings of Power. We'll probably keep talking about Hagatha here and there, Penguin, and then November. I might have some stuff coming out for you guys at the end of the month, some special stuff. We'll see if I can get them out by then. But we'll be doing Arcane season 2, which it comes out in 3 acts. So November 9th, November 16th, and November 23rd are the 3 acts, and then it's done. No more Arcane after that. So we'll be covering that. Hoping to also cover the Dune Prophecy show coming out. I don't know if it's going to be good. We'll see. It's HBO, but it's centered around the what are they called? The witches, basically, of Dune. Jezzy something.
Jezebels.
Jezebels.
Benny
Jesuit.
Benny Gesserit.
Jesuit. Yeah.
It's centered around them and their rise to power, in the universe. It looks kind of interesting though from the trailer, so we'll maybe cover that as well. That comes out next month, I believe. So yeah, but in the meantime, we'll keep talking about Penguin and Hagatha, and maybe we'll do a spoopy episode. We're off next week because I have a rehearsal for the Overshadowed Gala. But then the week after that, which will be the Tuesday before Halloween, maybe we'll do like a spoopy episode. We'll see. And then it's November. So, but yeah. So again, we're off another week. Sorry, guys.
And then it's November.
Then it's November. Then it's Thanksgiving month. So yeah, maybe we'll do a Planes, Trains, and Automobiles review. That's a Thanksgiving movie. But yeah, catch us on social media that we never post on, but we can't promise anything. And go check out our Discord. Follow us there and talk to us. We if you want, we watch anime every Tuesday before the podcast. You could totally join us, actually. Like, we'd be down for that. So come join us. And yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, you're gonna have to
go check out Nick's podcast.
Oh yeah, we've just released our 6th or 7th episode. I can't remember now. So we're about 6 or 7 episodes in. Whiskey Mishaps is the name of the show.
On Spotify.
Yeah, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. And we are currently on Facebook, and I think we're on Instagram now.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice. And I'll probably be streaming Amnesia again soon as well. And I think I'm seeing Smile 2 this weekend. We'll see.
Oh.
Definitely not Joker.
Definitely.
Gladiator 2 is coming out soon, though. Tyler, Blue, and I are going to try to see it. Nick, you should also try to see it with us. And Venom: The Last Dance.
You mean the horse one?
The horse one.
Yeah.
So
I totally forgot. I saw Transformers 1. I know maybe I already talked about this. I loved Transformers 1. It was fantastic.
Really need to see it.
It was really good. Really, really good. Great origin story. Optimus was a badass in it.
Oh,
It was so cool.
I saw the scene on Twitter of Megatron becoming Megatron and Optimus becoming Optimus. Like, that was incredible.
And you know what? I saw it in 3D in the theaters. That scene where he's coming back or dropping down and coming back looked amazing in 3D. It was so cool. Yeah, it was fun.
Nice.
So yeah, go see that movie. That was good. And I'm trying to convince Bluey to see Nosferatu with me when that comes out.
Have you watched the Terrifier movies at all?
No, I refuse to watch those.
They seem very gory.
The first two are like this. They're supposed to be the scariest movies of all time. They're just really gory. But the third one is just like straight up like satanic. Well, I mean, not even really satanic, but just like totally,
it seems
just
like there is some.
yeah, it's just totally bashes Christianity in
Oh, I didn't know that.
just a really bad way. And I'm like, no, please go away, die in a hole. Yeah, what a garbage. Ugh, those people are gonna rot in hell for that. Like, it's just
Okay, I
really,
didn't know that. I just
really
it
demonic
looked super
stuff.
gory.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm
Dude,
never
what
watching this.
annoys me so much is Smile 2. They're doing their like, media blitz, and so I'll be
Yeah.
watching a YouTube video and then I get an ad and it's just a dude smiling creepily at me. I'm just like, I don't want to see this.
Well, first of all, get YouTube Premium.
I don't want to pay like $50 a month.
It's 15.
It's
First of all,
Okay.
I also watch YouTube all day long, so it's worth it for me. But
Do you get sports on there too? I'm pretty sure.
No,
no,
not
that's
premium.
No, that's YouTube TV.
YouTube
Live
TV.
TV.
Yeah.
That's the one that's like $50 a month.
Yeah, that one's
Ah,
but and then second of all, Smile 1 is a great movie actually. So
Yeah, but see, I don't like clowns, and so
it's not clowns.
but people smiling creepily reminds me of clowns. That's why I don't like clowns.
It's just
no
a
one
really
is that
cool.
happy.
It's a really cool original idea that has never been used before. And it's just it's a good movie. So
Yeah.
but yeah, so there's some movies coming out here. We'll definitely be talking about War of the Rohirrim when that comes out. But
Will we?
Nick, are you gonna see Nosferatu too?
what is that?
It's like it's a remake of an old, like the original Dracula movie from like the 50s, Nosferatu. And so it's like a German legend or something like that, And so this is a remake, but it looks really, really good, and it's got Willem Dafoe in it,
Interesting.
and some other bigger names. But
Is that in theater? It just came out.
it comes
Or
out on Christmas Day, so we'll probably end up seeing it in like January.
Okay.
Probably.
I was gonna say that sounds like it could be a cool one for spooky
Halloween.
episode, but
No, unfortunately, it doesn't come out till Christmas randomly. But yeah,
Germans,
yeah. Maybe we'll watch a movie actually for our Halloween episode. Maybe we'll watch a scary movie. We'll talk.
We'll talk.
A movie all of you would be interested in watching. Yeah. Anyone else got anything to say before we leave?
Go hit your local polling stations.
Yes.
Register to vote.
Vote. This is the most
make a-
important election of your lifetime.
We keep saying that every year, but we mean it this time. No, but seriously,
is?
like,
Well, we
Go-
we weren't saying that in 2020. The Democrats
No.
were saying that in 2020.
Oh yeah.
Go just if you're a citizen, go do your duty. That's
Zach, you just gave away our political affiliation.
I think that's
unreal.
probably fairly obvious.
We're not actors, so we don't have to shut up.
That's
Dude,
right.
speaking, did y'all see that the like males for Kamala commercial that was like cringe AF? It was all actors.
Jeez.
Ugh.
Yep.
White men for Harris.
Yeah.
So
yeah, they're
anyways,
like, I'm a real man. I don't have
It
a
was-
problem voting for a woman.
It was just her husband pretending to be all the
So you guys saw the video. Yeah. You guys saw the
Which
video
one?
of the professor who said to everybody should, I don't know if he said go kill somebody or
No.
they should kill
He said
themselves.
if a man who doesn't vote for Kamala just because he's a woman should be lined up and shot.
Yes, that's right. Lined
Oh
up
my
and shot.
gosh.
Yep.
Oh,
he
strike
said-
that from the record. That's a
Yeah,
joke.
strike that from the record. Live the
Jeez.
TikTok, shout them out, get them fired because they've been doing a pretty good job of that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, insane stuff. And yeah, they hate us.
yeah,
they
not
hate
to get
you.
political, not to get political, but just do your job as a citizen, right? We have this country, and that's one of our freedoms, and we should take advantage of it and use it. And that's what makes our country great, is that we still have that. So
You can change the outcome of your future. If you don't want to go to World War III, vote. Just vote.
yep, and that's it. So
If you want better gas prices, if you want to be able to afford groceries or a house
you
or a
want
car,
better media.
yes. Twitter will be non-existent if a certain person becomes president. Freedom of speech will be gone. So, anyways,
On that note,
hope and optimism. That's what we're stealing the Obama slogan.
I
All
love
right,
it.
guys. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
All right.
Yeah.
Peace, guys.
See it.